It starts like something out of a science fiction movie. A battlefield with no human soldiers, no shouting, no chaos, just machines. Silent, efficient, and terrifyingly precise. They don't breathe, they don't sleep, and they don't hesitate. And while it might sound like the opening scene of a dystopian film, this isn't some far-off fantasy. This is happening right now. And at the center of it all, Russia, behind the heavily guarded fences of secret testing grounds and under layers of military secrecy, Russia is quietly assembling what could become the most powerful army of combat robots the world has ever seen. This isn't about traditional drones or remote-controlled vehicles. We're talking about fully autonomous, AI-driven war machines capable of independently navigating complex terrain, making tactical decisions, and executing lethal strikes, all without waiting for human permission. These are machines designed not just to support soldiers, but to replace them. If that doesn't send a chill down the spine of every military strategist across the globe, it should. Russia's message is loud and clear. The wars of the future won't be fought by battalions of flesh and blood. They'll be dominated by circuits, algorithms, and cold metal. These aren't support tools anymore. They are becoming independent battlefield actors designed to outlast and outthink human soldiers. And this isn't just about military power. It's about technological dominance, the kind that redraws geopolitical lines and rewrites the rules of warfare. Imagine a military force that doesn't need rest, doesn't suffer from fear or fatigue, and can make split-second decisions faster than any human could ever hope to. That's the vision Russia's chasing, and in some areas may already be achieving. So what exactly are these robotic systems? What can they do? And how close are we to seeing them deployed on a global scale? Let's dive into the secretive world of Russia's next-generation combat robots and explore why the rest of the world should be paying very close attention. It all started with a series of experimental platforms. Clunky, unreliable, limited in scope. But in just a few years, Russia's robotics programs have gone from prototypes to powerful assets capable of real battlefield deployment. At the heart of this revolution is a combat robot called the Uran 9. At first glance, it looks like a miniature tank, but make no mistake, it's not here to support the infantry. It's here to replace them. The Uran 9 is equipped with a 30mm automatic cannon, anti-tank guided missiles, and a 7.62mm machine gun. It can operate in high-threat zones without risking a single human life. And thanks to its onboard sensors and thermal imaging systems, it can detect, track, and eliminate targets with stunning precision. But what makes it truly dangerous isn't just its firepower, it's its autonomy. The Uran 9 can navigate urban landscapes, avoid obstacles, and execute pre-planned missions with minimal input from human operators. That's right. This thing can literally find, identify, and destroy targets while its human controller sips coffee in a command trailer miles away. And that's just the beginning. Russia has also rolled out the Marker robot, developed in partnership with the Foundation for Advanced Research. The Marker is a modular combat platform, meaning it can be equipped with everything from machine guns and drones to grenade launchers and anti-tank systems. It even uses artificial intelligence to learn from its environment, improving mission performance over time. Here's a creepy detail. During tests, Marker units were able to hunt down simulated enemy combatants using facial recognition. Think about that. A robot scanning the battlefield, picking out faces, and deciding who to shoot, all without waiting for orders. And yes, it gets even more advanced. Russia's long-term strategy goes beyond just ground bots. They're developing a full ecosystem of combat robots. Land-based units like Uran and Marker, aerial drones that coordinate with ground bots in real time, and underwater robotic systems for naval warfare. This isn't just about building a few killer robots. It's about creating a fully integrated, AI-controlled battlefield. Imagine a scenario. A squad of robotic tanks breaks into enemy territory. As they move forward, aerial drones scout from above, relaying data to the units on the ground. The bots automatically adjust formation, avoid ambush zones, and target enemy assets. All coordinated by a central AI that doesn't sleep, doesn't panic, and never misses a command. This, according to Russia's top defense officials, is the future of war. So why is Russia investing so heavily in robotic warfare? There are three big reasons. First, manpower. Russia, like many modern nations, faces a shrinking pool of combat-ready soldiers. Robotics provide a solution. Machines don't retire, they don't get injured, and they don't question orders. Second, psychological warfare. There's something terrifying about fighting a robot, a machine that doesn't feel fear, doesn't hesitate, and keeps moving no matter how many bullets you throw at it. Robotic armies could devastate enemy morale before the real battle even begins. Third, global influence. By leading the charge in autonomous warfare, Russia positions itself not just as a military superpower, but as a technological pioneer. It sends a message to rivals and allies alike. We are rewriting the rules of the battlefield. And this is already influencing other nations. The US, China, Israel, they're all scrambling to match Russia's robotic progress. What we're witnessing is the opening chapter of a robotics arms race, one that could transform not only how wars are fought, but who survives them. But wait, what about the risks? Military experts and ethicists around the world are raising red flags. Can we trust a robot to distinguish between a soldier and a civilian? Between a combatant and a child holding a toy rifle? What happens when AI gets it wrong? And worse, what happens when these machines are hacked? A combat robot with missiles and AI is one thing, but a rogue combat robot no longer listening to its human masters? That's a whole new nightmare. There are also fears of autonomous escalation. If two nations deploy combat bots along a border and one bot misinterprets a movement as hostile, you could have a shooting war triggered by a misunderstanding between two machines. Sound far-fetched? It's not. Military officials admit that autonomous systems do not yet have the judgment of a human. They follow code, and code doesn't negotiate. But despite the risks, Russia is pushing forward, because in their view, the rewards outweigh the danger. They believe the first nation to perfect robotic warfare will dominate the battlefield for decades to come. And here's the twist. We may be watching the last generation of human-only soldiers, the last wars where humans take point on the front lines. Because once machines take over, they don't give the job back. For centuries, the fate of empires hinged on muscle, might, and manpower. Victories were won by who could march the farthest, fire the fastest, or swing a sword with the most brute strength. From the Roman legions to the cavalry charges of Waterloo to the thunderous tanks of World War II, power was measured in boots on the ground and steel on the battlefield. But not anymore. Today, war is evolving faster than ever. No longer fought solely by humans, but by machines that think, analyze, and even kill with machine-like efficiency. The battlefield has shifted from muddy trenches and open deserts to data streams, sensors, and satellite-guided strikes. Victory now belongs to those who master autonomy, not just artillery. And Russia knows it. Instead of training more soldiers, they're training algorithms. Instead of building barracks, they're building labs. And instead of sending troops into harm's way, they're sending in machines, armed with AI, advanced sensors, and decision-making systems that can operate without a single human command. Russia is placing its bets, not on the strength of human will, but on the precision of artificial intelligence. This isn't just about smarter weapons. It's about a shift in the very nature of warfare. From swarm drones to autonomous tanks and robotic sentries that patrol without sleep, Russia is building an army designed to dominate the future, where speed, data, and autonomy matter more than brute force. The strongest army of robots is rising, not in science fiction, but on real-world testing grounds preparing for real-world conflicts. And it's not just going to change how wars are fought, it's going to change who fights them. It's going to change politics, defense strategies, alliances, even ethics. Because once machines begin to pull the trigger, the battlefield becomes something we've never faced before. A place where human hesitation is obsolete and cold logic rules. This is not just a military evolution, it's a revolution. And Russia is already marching forward.